is my mic? Which is my mic? Which is my camera? Which is my camera? Which is the camera? Play now, so we're about to start. Chad, what you seeing? Okay, so give me a 5, 4, 3, yeah? Good morning. The Ministry of Tourism, International Transport and Maritime Initiatives, the Discover Dominica Authority, and the tourism stakeholders of Dominica welcome you to the Saka Fete Dominica campaign launch. I am Colin Piper, the Director of Tourism at Discover Dominica Authority. I'll be joined by our Destination Marketing Manager, Melinda Hassel, as we unveil the details of the Saka Fete Dominica campaign to you, the listening and viewing public. Special welcome to our local media here and to those in Barbados who have joined us via Zoom as well, and to all the viewers via Discover Dominica's Facebook page and our YouTube channel and all other media. Welcome to all invited guests near and far. We are very excited to present the elements of this campaign to you. Let me start now with a brief chronology of our journey from country lockdown to where we are now. Essentially, we opened up the borders to visitors in August. We did a country classification where we established the CARICOM travel bubble in August as well. And we did a reclassification of that in November. And here we are in December, launching Saka Fete Dominica. The campaign objective is really to encourage travel from the CARICOM travel bubble and low-risk classified destinations to experience what Dominica has to offer. To date, though, Barbados is the only destination within the CARICOM travel bubble and the destination with direct or non-stop flights into Dominica. While we are served by as many as 7 airlines, we are partnering with 2 airlines on this campaign, which provide non-stop service between Barbados and Dominica. The 2 airlines are Caribbean Airlines and Inter-Caribbean Airways. Currently, Caribbean Airlines is scheduled to fly between Barbados and Dominica on Thursdays and Saturdays, and Inter-Caribbean on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays. So when you're planning your trip to Dominica, you have options in terms of the choice of the airline that you can select, as well as your days of travel and the length of stay here in Dominica to experience the many activities in Dominica. As previously indicated, the primary source market for this campaign is Barbados, by virtue of the fact that they are in the CARICOM travel bubble. And that CARICOM travel bubble affords travelers from Barbados less stringent health protocols to travel to Dominica. However, travelers from the low-risk countries can also take advantage of the promotion. These low-risk countries are St. Vincent and the Grenadines, Grenada, St. Kitts and Nevis, Montserrat, Anguilla, the Cayman Islands, Bermuda, BVI, Turks and Caicos Islands, and Antigua and Barbuda, many of which have non-stop and one-stop access into Dominica, but by virtue of the pre-arrival protocols, will have just a little bit more to do in order to experience the great adventure, nature, and culture that we have in store for you. So to our friends in Barbados, this is particularly for you. The pre-arrival protocols are very easy to meet and do not present a challenge. You simply need to fill out your online health screening form, which once processed will provide you with a health clearance to travel to Dominica. This health clearance should be provided to the airline at check-in. And once you land in Dominica, you'll go through a series of steps to assure your safety, namely temperature checks, hand sanitization, and to take a rapid test. Once you test negative on the rapid test, you will continue with the arrival process through immigration, customs, to your COVID-19 certified taxi operator, and on to your COVID certified property. While on island, you will submit yourself to checks by the medical professionals. And for our friends from the low-risk countries, you have one additional step to that of Barbados, and that is to upload a negative PCR test result where the samples were obtained within 24 to 72 hours prior to arrival as part of that online health screening submission. And once you receive your health clearance to travel, you should then present that clearance to the airlines at check-in. Once on island here, your arrival process is similar to that of what I just mentioned. And while you are here on island, you will be monitored for 7 days, as well as submitting yourself to scheduled checks from the medical team. So with that, by way of update, I now want to hand over to Melinda Hassel, our Destination Marketing Manager, to present Saka Fete Dominica.
Right, thank you. Good morning to all present, to the Ministry of Tourism, International Transport and Maritime Initiatives, to our Director of Tourism, Mr. Colin Piper, staff of the DDA, members of the press following us also in Barbados, our local members of the press, and all those following us today via our social media platforms, stakeholders and partners that are also following us today. Also, thank you to Dorival James, Shy Guy Dominica, Tours, Mr. Samuel Raphael, owner of Jungle Bay Dominica, who will also be supporting us today during this launch of the campaign. So I guess everyone's here asking, but what is Saka Fete campaign? What does it entail? So we are excited to launch the Saka Fete campaign and welcome visitors from the Caribbean to experience Dominica, the nature island. Saka Fete, which means, translated from Creole, what's up, was a fitting theme for inviting visitors to Dominica. It highlights Dominica's rich and vibrant culture, and it's geared at stimulating travel to Dominica, sending the message that we are open for business. Specifically targeting travelers from the CARICOM bubble, like Mr. Piper indicated, and destinations classified as low risk. At the moment, we are working with Caribbean Airlines and Inter-Caribbean Airways, and looking forward to add others soon. So starting And these are starting from rates that we have included at the moment. So when you look at the booking site, you'll see the booking platform of the airline and the starting from rates. So this is a great alternative for your next travel adventure and makes it ideal time to embark on a Dominica adventure. Okay. So we welcome you to experience What's Up in Dominica, where you can immerse yourself in the depths of nature's beauty and get a taste of endless adventures that await, or explore a country beloved by those seeking authentic Caribbean culture and a world of relaxation for the mind, body, and soul. With the Saka Fete campaign, we invite you to discover accommodation specials, inclusive of airport transfers, breakfast, and tours on the nature island. This campaign is valid until the end of February of next year. So there's plenty time to plan and book a trip to Dominica. Okay, so as mentioned, the campaign will include airport transfers to and from the accommodation discount inclusive of breakfast, and a one destination tour. It varies per property and per offering. I want to thank the 12 partners, accommodation partners. All are COVID-19 certified. So it's extremely important that they were also part of the COVID-19 certification, and they are adhering to all of the highest, with the hygiene protocols and safety to ensure that you feel safe and secure when coming to the island. So I want to thank Tamarind Tree, Jungle Bay Dominica, Cedar Creek Bay, Fort Young Hotel, Manicao River, Rosalie Bay Resort, Aura, Riverside Hotel, Hibiscus Valley Inn, Hotel de Champs, Secret Creek Plantation, and Tukari Cottages. I want to thank you all for joining us in this campaign and for your support. As you can see, these are accommodations that are spread out throughout the island that offer various facilities and amenities and breathtaking views. So there's something for everyone. When we look at Dominica, of course, it's great accommodations, and we welcome you to come and explore the island. These accommodations offerings are between 3 days and 2 nights, or 5 days and pay 4. It depends on the property and depends on what they're offering. When we look at the activities, there are many, they're countless, and they're beautiful. So the Nature Island offers a variety of activities, from exploring the longest hiking trail in the Eastern Caribbean to experiencing the thrill of seeing the second largest boiling lake in the world. We can do hiking, as I said, sightseeing, so a place for amazing adventures with volcanic peaks, lush rainforests, and sparkling waterfalls. Or engage in the various culinary experiences, as you know, our herbs and bushrooms, and delicious Creole cuisine. Separate to that, we have in the northeast corner of the island is the latest remaining community of Carib Indians, the Kalinagos, Dominica's indigenous people. Or explore our 3 national parks throughout the island, and with also including here are all these beautiful birds and species that you can find, and you can also engage or see our beautiful, colorful Ciceroo parrots. But sometimes, you know, you think, okay, but I want to go on an adventure, but actually I want to come to Dominica and I want to rejuvenate my mind, body, and soul, and this is also a beautiful place for that, where you can come and relax and embrace yourself by the nature's beauty of the island. Or you can go and enjoy the beautiful spas and thermal waters. If you're an aqua type of person, we have whale watching, diving, and snorkeling. So there's something for everyone. So many aspects and activities that you can come and enjoy. This is a wonderful alternative for a vacation, a short getaway to Dominica. Okay, so a little bit more on how we're promoting this campaign and how people can book it is that we have created 2 landing pages, one for each airline. As you can see, you can book, you go to the landing page, there's the airline above. You book, and it'll take you to the landing page of the carrier. Underneath, you'll find the 12 properties listed with their various offerings. And these links will be highlighted when we do any posting on social media. You will find it at our social media handles, which is at Discover Dominica, and you can click and see the various offerings. Separate to that, we have done various banners that are going out to Barbados and to the other low-risk destinations classification. And as you see, we are featuring the highlights and the assets of Dominica, where you can see a bit more of our wellness, of our agro, our cuisine, our underwater, and our activities, our adventures. So highlighting all the beautiful things that you can do while you can come and explore and experience Dominica. Okay, it will feature also the starting from rate for both airlines, and please do note that terms and conditions apply. All right, so this is a little bit more on the Saka Fete Dominica, so I excitedly launched this campaign today. Yeah, so we welcome you. I welcome the community of Barbados, the low-risk classification destinations, and also all the digital nomads that are now calling home to Barbados to come and explore Dominica, come and book a ticket, book your vacation, come and visit your sister island, Dominica. We definitely want you to know what's up in Dominica. Plan a getaway, get to know your sister island, and book your Saka Fete package valid until February of next year. So thank you, and I'll leave you with a clip. One.
Okay, boom, we call it Dominica. Yeah, a nature island of the Caribbean. It's about lunchtime.
I'll come back to that.
Oh, we call it Dominica.
It is spelled D-O-M-I-N-I-C-A. It is not Dominican Republic. It is pronounced Dominica, and it's situated between Guadeloupe and Martinique in the Caribbean.
When I think of Dominica, it's all natural. And you can get any, you could just go to the tree right now and pick a pawpaw and you just eat. You just go to the garden, get a cane, and you make a juice. So it's just lovely. It's just nature. You know, you could get everything from Dominica.
We are Dominica.
Yeah, I'll have to show the clip again.
We call it Dominica, the nature.
Exactly.
Yeah, we love Dominica. I hope you love it as well.
We call it Dominica.
We call it Dominica.
It's called Dominica.
Call it Dominica.
We call it Dominica.
We call it Dominica.
We call it Dominica.
It's called Dominica, the nature island.
Nature, you're one with nature. If you want to be in harmony and one with nature, come to Dominica.
All right, so we're one in nature, and we welcome you to the beautiful island of Dominica. This is a great alternative, and we hope that by doing this campaign, we can stimulate travel to the island. We have the seat capacity, so book your next experience to the island, and we'll leave you with the clip of the Saka Fete campaign. Thank you, and I now pass the word to Mr. Colin Piper.
And my job is very easy. It's simply to introduce another speaker. Officially, he's known by Dorival James, but many people here in Dominica know him by something else. All right? We call him Shy Guy, and you'll find out why. So, Mr. Dorival James, why don't you come up and just let the listening audience know a little bit about who you are, what you do, and why you're so excited about what Dominica has to offer.
Okay, Director of Discover Dominica, Mr. Colin Piper, and the rest of the head table, to include the rest of the staff of Discover Dominica. Let me say thanks for having me here today. Those of you joining us via the different social media platforms, as well as radio and television, let me say welcome and thanks for tuning in. If you don't know me by now, probably you just born, but anyway, I'm Shy Guy from Shy Guy Dominica Tours. For those of you who don't know me again, I'm a very active social media certified tour operator on Dominica, the nature island of the Caribbean. Sakafet, it's a Creole phrase that simply means, what's going on? How you doing? What's up? Creole is actually the second language of the island, which is widely spoken. Today we launch our campaign Sakafet, which is really meant to encourage visitors from the Caribbean bubble and other low-risk classification destinations in the region to visit our beautiful island, Dominica. Dominica, like I always say, is a very special and unique island in the Caribbean. It's an island naturally designed for people who want something different. Not very fast-paced, but very laid-back. A real vacation spot, an island where you can drop your shoulders, relax in peace and tranquility. Now you may ask me, Shy Guy, what are some of the things I could do on Dominica? Our waterfalls, beautiful and enchanting. Our rivers, 365, clean and refreshing. Nothing compares to a river bath on the island of Dominica. Our black sand beaches, unique for our black, rich volcanic sparkles in the sun. Our spas, oh my God, our spas will just put the icing on the cake after a long day of adventure. Because after exploring, all you need is to just relax and rejuvenate your body, mind, and soul. Dominica is also an island that will make you forget your problems and sorrows. An island that's so special, it will have you coming back time and time again. So during the month of December 2020 to February 2021, book your stay at one of our COVID-certified hotels and guest houses and come experience nature at its best. Shy Guy Dominica Tours and the other COVID-certified tour operators on island is waiting to give you an experience of a lifetime. So, Sakafet, are you ready? We are ready. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. James. Shy Guy, one of our tourism ambassadors here on island, doing quite a bit to promote the destination via social media, and also ensuring that people have a wonderful experience when they're here in Dominica. Now we're going to move across the internet via Zoom land here and get to the proprietor of one of our hotels. Mr. Sam Raphael is the owner and proprietor of Jungle Bay Dominica, and we've asked him to say some words to us here via this medium. So we want to just make sure that we can get Mr. Raphael. As soon as the folks let me know that that is possible, we will get to him. Okay, I hear him in the background. So Sam, you want to go ahead and provide your comments? Thanks for doing this. Sam, just make sure you're mute.
Up with such an innovative model, you know. Since we closed for COVID, we've had you know, just a lot of slowdown in the industry, and now we welcome the return of visitors to Dominica. Certainly, you know, we try and attract visitors from our traditional destinations that are far away, and we will continue to do so, but we have a significant pool of persons living near us that have very little air access issues. And specifically Barbados, it's a 1-hour flight, it's direct access, and we have a number of affluent neighbors in Barbados, at least 250,000 of them, that would enjoy what we have to offer in the nature island, because it's something very different than what Barbados has to offer. Also, Barbados attracted a number of residents, short-term residents during the COVID period, and those persons have been looking for an interesting getaway for a weekend or for a short stay, and we've been seeing that at Jungle Bay. And so I think it's wonderful that the DDA recognize the potential that this market has, and that we not only seek to attract people from far away, but we look around our neighborhood and try to attract those persons from Barbados and also other Caribbean islands. And so, Jungle Bay, you know, we want to welcome you along with the other properties to explore the island, to do some yoga, to get your spa treatments, to rejuvenate your mind, body, and soul, to look on a tree and pick something organic and just eat it, and to feel like you're in the Garden of Eden. And I think this is an excellent, excellent initiative that will attract our short-term visitors to enjoy this. And hopefully, as we build this regional market, we can continue even in the post-COVID period to build on this regional market, because there is tremendous potential for this market in the long run. But for now, I'd just like to say at Jungle Bay, we welcome the Sakafet initiative. It's a great start, and Ms. Hassel, welcome to Dominica. Many of us have not had the opportunity to meet you, but we are delighted to have you. We are all for promoting local persons, but in every organization, especially as it relates to tourism, we definitely need an outside perspective, outside energy, and you bring a fresh set of eyes from a very successful destination, you know, that focus on some of the niches, the diving and so on, that Dominica has to offer. So we welcome you, we're excited that you're here, and we look forward to working with you so that we can strengthen Dominica as the go-to destination for Caribbean people and for people from outside the region. So again, thank you all so much for allowing me to chime in on behalf of Jungle Bay, and I say Saka Fete to all, and welcome to Dominica.
Thank you very much, Sam. Really appreciate those warm words, and certainly thank you to you and the other 12, making a total of 13 properties that are part of the Sakafet program. So officially, or rather that brings the official part of the presentation to a close, but we do have media here with us locally and via Zoom, so we are going to open it up to any questions that, that you may have. Okay, so I open up the floor in case you have any questions as it relates to the Sakafet campaign, the program. You can go ahead, identify yourself. We'll repeat the question and then respond to it.
Okay, my question is not directly to Ms. Sakafet, to Ms. Hassel, as a new destination marketing manager. I was just wondering, as a new destination marketing manager at DD, what are your plans for the position, and what is your vision for that position?
Thank you for the question. So what are my plans and my position for the coming time? I now have a month. I'm getting to know the beautiful destination of Dominica and all its assets. I'm now also busy with the onboarding, so getting to know what are the plans both on corporate and marketing side of things. And as we move forward, one of the visions that I have is that we have a great safe and nature managed experience. So this is separate to the Sakafet. And this is something that we need to start marketing to the world again, just to refresh the trade and our media partners internationally, because it is a unique protocol that we have now, the safe in nature. And I know we launched it in October, and it was a great hit. And this is something we have to refresh. Right now, with COVID, it's a very challenging time in the travel and tourism industry. And for the first quarter, I think people will remain hesitant to travel, but we have to remain present internationally and keep buzzing Dominica and all what it has, its unique assets, and also the safe in nature perspective. Quarter two, we'll have to see then moving forward that we move on into either start getting press, influencers. So my vision is moving forward is that we must remain present in the market, remain like we launch now regionally, but also internationally, that we are present and that we are buzzing and that we are sounding out there. Right now, as you saw, we were within the Condé Nast just featured us. So those are great media platforms, and where, as Dominica, we must continue to also be present and keep pitching Dominica to more international press and to media out there. So as I go on, my first month here, looking forward, excited, and hopefully working together with the community and stakeholders and partners that we can launch other exciting campaigns. Thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
You said that the campaign is until February 2020. Does that mean that that you book now for travel beyond February, or is it travel has to be from now to February as well?
So the end of the campaign is till the end of February 2021. So you book from now, and you have to stay within, stay at the property until the end of February. So that's the terms of the campaign.
Thank you.
Yes.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Just on a point of clarity, could you tell us the difference between the safe in nature brand concept and the Sakafet campaign, please?
Yeah, sure. So the safe in nature is something that is geared toward a high risk classification countries. So those are all the red zones. And the Sakafet is really regional, so CARICOM and low risk. So this is something more it's easy and accessible for those that are coming in from the CARICOM bubble. At this moment, only Barbados, but and the low risk, which is more lenient with its protocols. And then the high risk, of course, applies with the safe in nature, where they have to stay 6 days at a safe in nature property, certified property, and they have to have on the 5th day a PCR test. So this is the difference between the two.
Okay, I'm sorry. On that note, could you just inform us on how many properties have been COVID approved as certified to participate in the safe in nature and the Sakafet campaign?
So for the Sakafet campaign, we have now 12 properties that have participated for this campaign, and for the safe in nature, we have now, I think, about 32 properties that are safe in nature certified. Okay, so that's separate. So some of them could do both. Like, for example, a property like the Champs is on both sides, so they're here, but also they are safe in nature certified. So then they just have to see when they get the visitor, how they separate them, or have a protocol in place for both the CARICOM and if it's a high-risk visitor.
During the presentation, you mentioned visitors can see our heritage parks. Are those parks and the rights to the National Trail open? Because last I checked it was, so are they open currently?
So as we monitor, because right now also the Boiling Lake was closed, so it depends, we have to keep monitoring to see what is open, what is perhaps, affected by, a landslide or something. So we keep evaluating and seeing what are the tours and activities that you can engage in. At the moment, we listed them, but one of the things is that the properties do include a tour, and that tour could vary. So each tour is either a full day tour or a half day tour. So it's up to the property how they have put that tour together. But we continue to evaluate to see what are the trails that are open or closed, and we can therefore inform moving forward. So.
I know I've mentioned a Barbados for the Sakafet campaign, and you mentioned the low-risk countries. But I know that our main markets are like the French Islands and St. Lucia, but those are high risk. How much of an impact do you see they being high risk having on the numbers they expect to see, even under the safety nature of campaign?
Yeah, so that is a valid question. Very good. The French West Indies, which is right now the Martinique and Guadeloupe market, we are waiting for December 15th to see what will happen with the new protocols. If they become more lenient, then they will be included to travel more easily to the island under high-risk conditions, high-risk classification. So they will have to do the safe in nature at this point. But we are waiting for, after December 15th, to hear a bit more what happens with the protocols. So based on that, we can see how we move forward and also include either Aaron Tills or Liat and etc. So to this campaign.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Our question, Carnival 2020 in Wisconsin. Other than the Sakafet campaign, is there anything else on the house that the DDA is planning for Dominica to relieve our businesses during that season?
So at the moment, I think we're evaluating events on that side because it has to do with how protocols evolutionize and how things work out with COVID. But I think on the event side, we're still evaluating to see how we move forward on any other event. At the moment, we're focusing on these campaigns such as regional or international campaigns moving forward. So I think at a certain point, they'll say a little bit more on what happens with Carnival. Okay? Yes.
What are some of the low-risk countries like Carnival? Because Barbados and low-risk countries, so can you name some of them?
Yes. Sure, let me get that for you. Yes, so the low-risk, it's St. Vincent and Grenadines, Grenada, St. Kitts and Nevis, Montserrat, Anguilla, the Cayman Islands, Bermuda, BVI, Turks and Caicos Islands, Antigua and Barbuda. So those are the low-risk classification destinations. Yes. I don't know if there's any other questions. Mr. Piper can add. Yes.
Okay, thank you, Melinda, and thank you to the local media here. Thank you to everybody that has been a part of this Saka Fete Dominica campaign launch via Zoom. And certainly, as mentioned, we want to remind you that Dominica is in fact open and ready for tourism-related business. We've discussed who we're partnering with in terms of airlines, and we anticipate that as a reclassification goes on, we will determine who gets added to the Sakafet campaign. But for right now, focusing on Barbados because of the ease of travel, because of the direct flights, but we anticipate that we will continue to monitor. So just a friendly reminder, especially for those out there, to look at the most appropriate time to visit Dominica. You have up until the end of February 2021 to do that. We'll evaluate things and see how it goes. But thank you to all for joining us on this Saka Fete Dominica campaign, and we hope to see you in Dominica soon. Big thanks to all the media, to all the staff and everybody who has been a part of putting this together. And just want to say a big thank you, and again, we look forward to seeing you soon.